Mid-Atlantic Open of Matty Marshall, alongside Steve Rabikoff and Todd Martinez. All right, boys, first game coming at you is Chattanooga CEP, and they're playing Moscow Red Legion. Both these teams need to win real bad. What do you think is going to go down?
Well, Russian Legion definitely had some really close games yesterday, so I fully expect them to come out today and just fine-tune the small things that they did wrong yesterday. They lost some close games, but CEP really just didn't look all that sharp yesterday, so I fully expect Russians to come out and take control of this game early.
Brad,
and I think with CEP, the way they came into this event, Dallas, they played really well. Yesterday they didn't do so well. I think today they got nothing to lose. They got to come out. They got to win.
Well, I was going to say neither team really has anything to lose, but at the same time, Moscow Red Legion is in a much different place than CEP. Now, CEP, they're still, even though they've lost 2 games in this event, they're on an upward swing. They're in the Champions Division, fighting for their lives in the Champions Division now, let's just say that. But so is Moscow Red Legion. I mean, they put a lot into this particular event. They've been training for 2 whole weeks before this event. Talk to Jason Wheeler. Go to paintballaccess.com. Go check out the website. We have an interview with him, and he was talking about, a lot of resources went in to making sure that we did not play as bad as we did at the first event in Dallas. And, they just really haven't showed us anything. I mean, though they did have some close games, Todd, like you were saying.
Yeah, Evan Fife gets shot on the break for CEP right there. And another body, looks like Velarde walking off early for CEP. And this is what they can't have happen. Losing too many bodies too early opens up Moscow Red Legion right now to go straight to the 50 Dorito on the Snake side.
Yeah, Lukashuk over here. And he is in the 50-yard line. Snake, now you're looking at Oswaldo for CEP in the Snake. And let's see, Oswaldo, he only has 1 other player left. Or actually, there's 3 players left alive for CEP. So you still have 3 bodies, but stuck there in the center, no one on the Dorito side. And the field advantage definitely goes to Moscow as, they have somebody in the 40-yard line Dorito, and they have Lukashuk over here in the 50-yard line on the Snake side. Oh, and Oswaldo gets shot out.
Yeah, Oswaldo just shot Pantalev in the head, too, and it bounced off. So bad couple breaks right there for CEP. Now looking at a 5-on-2.
Oh, Lukashuk trades out with Robbie Goldsmith in the back center, but there's just too many Red Legion bodies alive. And that point was pretty much won on the break.
Yeah, and Colin Cherry over there, the last one to die for CEP. He was dying early a lot yesterday, so he's going to need to try a little bit harder today, keep his body alive. And, we saw a lot out of John Ruza in the Dallas event.
Yep.
He needs to get going on the Dorito side for CEP as well.
Not a lot of offense for CEP, and they were just destroying people off the break in Dallas, and we really haven't seen that as much in this event. I don't know obviously the field layout is a little bit different here, but they're really not, focusing, I think, as much as shooting players on the break as they were in Dallas.
And like we talked about yesterday, certain players on certain teams need to really step up. And Robbie Goldsmith in Dallas,
had played
at
great.
a high level,
yeah.
and we haven't really said his name much here.
Yeah.
We've said Oswaldo
That's
here
a good point.
numerous times. He's making the Snake, like you say, when he gets there, he needs to just take a deep breath and then make things happen there. He's forcing it a little bit too much.
Yeah, I totally agree. So let's see if CEP can step up here. They're down 1 point here as we start the morning's competition here on Saturday. We'll be right back.
ANSgear.com has the world's largest inventory of paintball equipment, including guns, masks, loaders, paintballs, tanks, and clothing. With free shipping on all orders over $100. Shop now at ANSgear.com.
We are back here at OXCC Paintball Park in Chesapeake City, Maryland. Right now on your screen, you're looking at Moscow Red Legion getting ready to roll. And they went 0-2 yesterday. And, struggling against Impact. And also, they lost a close one against Dynasty. That was a pretty close game in overtime, 4-5. So not playing terrible, but Moscow's a team that's used to winning. And they are on a rebuild. And changing things up for this event actually is Jason Wheeler, the Rookie of the Year from 2012. He was playing on the Dorito side and now playing on the Snake side with Michael Kovar, who comes over from San Antonio X Factor. So here we go, and they might as well let Oswaldo just start in Snake 1, or Snake 2 for that matter.
Yeah, but they shot Robbie Goldsmith on the break, so he walked out of that Dorito side tower. But they do have bodies over here on the Snake side, but Moscow Red Legion quickly taking advantage of the loss on the Dorito side, moves into the 40 Dorito right away.
Yeah, good move by Moscow, playing real aggressive on both sides of the field. They're into Snake 1 as well, Oswaldo. Oh, look at this, though. Evan Fife coming off early. But we've seen Evan Fife struggle to this event. We haven't seen the Evan Fife that CP had a bad year last year, but we saw Evan Fife. He's a really talented guy and pushing forward, and he's been dying out his bunker a lot this event.
Yeah, Evan Fife really just hasn't been able to get it going over here very much at all. He and Velarde. Daniel Keene gets shot out of the snake side corner, and Osvaldo going to be the last body left alive. He gets shot out of snake one. He's going to walk off. So 2 really quick points for Moscow Red Legion right there.
You can see Osvaldo, he's making the snake pretty much every time. He just needs his guys to stay alive with him. Just off the break, make the break, and that's what they've been having a rough time with, is surviving the break at this event so far.
Yeah, that's, God, how important is that? I mean,
if
you can't survive a break, you're doomed.
Especially on this field. This field, you can make five alive here for a second, then go play some paintball.
All right, so another point for Moscow, and we're going to be right back after this. We are back here. Let's take a look at Michael Kovar and Osvaldo Bridonetto Lopes for CEP and Moscow Red Legion. So Michael Kovar, longtime veteran for San Antonio X Factor, and he moved to Europe actually. He lives in Belgium now, and he speaks Russian. So, Moscow lost their one on the snake side, and they really needed to pick somebody up to take Axel Godin's place, and Michael's been filling that role. Now on the flip side, Osvaldo, he's the oldest &1 in the league, the first attacker, and 40 years old. And Osvaldo, such a consistent attacker, always pressuring the other team. And, he did struggle with survivability yesterday. We saw him die out of his spot a lot.
See, they get 5 alive here.
Oh,
Yep.
CEP actually able to, I think they bounced the Dorito 1 going in there, but they were able to keep all 5 bodies alive this time, not giving anything away to the Russians early. So now giving themselves a chance to play here as the referee runs in on, looks like Golev. Yeah, Golev gets pulled out of the Dorito Tower. And so CEP with the advantage right now.
Yeah, Golev has struggled at this event too. Not having a great event, though he does have 2 confirmed kills in this game so far. 16:55 to play here on the clock. Haven't seen any penalties. CP struggled with those last year and only had 1 so far in this event, and it was Robbie Goldsmith, and that's been pretty much it for them. Those Daniel Keene now in the snake.
They've cleaned that part up of their game, man.
Yeah.
Now they just got to take care of the rest, and I think they'll get to that next level.
Again, with CP, they just need to understand where they're at and totally understand. Look, we had a really tough bracket to try to fight out, and already a mini success for them. The fact that they are in the Champions Division still, though fighting for their lives in that division as they have 2 losses. But so is Moscow Red Legion. I mean, how crazy would it be if Moscow Red Legion were to drop down to the Challengers Division?
Oh, for them, that would just be disheartening for those guys. For all the hard work they put in.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're rebuilding. They've been rebuilding for the last couple of years, and to lose some of the guys they lost after that when they lost Fedorov and Justin and all the other guys, it's tough.
It's really tough for a long-time franchise, a championship franchise. Excessive's going through the same thing right now as they're 0-2 in the Challengers Division, and really going to have to pick it up today to try to make sure that they have a chance to stay in this tournament. In Moscow, they're in the same place they are in the Champs Division, though. So, but that's the issue, is that when you're rebuilding, it's tough because there's no slack out there. It's not you don't get easy games anymore.
Well, it's tough because all the new players you're trying to pick up and develop, the only thing that makes them better is experience. And the only way to get experience is to come out and play the good teams and take some tough losses and then try and figure out why and learn from it. But, I mean, when you're out here playing against really good teams, you're getting shellacked. It's kind of tough.
Speaking of shellacking, Moscow Red Legion is getting shellacked this particular point against CP. So CP making this a game, keeping it close with 15 probably about 15 minutes left on the clock here as that flag gets hung.
CP forgot they needed to hang the flag, and all their bodies were walking off. Go back, like, hey, somebody's got to go hang the flag. But CP fighting hard, getting that body going up 5-on-4 right away, and able to pull out a point there, making it 2-1. Not going down by 3, always tough to fight back.
And this was a big point for CP. If they want to have a chance in this match, you do not want to put that third point to go up on the board against you, and they know that. They've been in this situation many times. So, they fought back and had a really solid point. There's a very strong point, and so good job by CP.
Yeah, and here we come again. Exactly 15 minutes left to go, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Beautiful morning so far here in Maryland, and we've been graced with some great weather so far at this event because, normally the weather gods are not always kind to us, but they've been very nice so far. So definitely perfect paintball weather here. Not a lot of clouds in the sky. Slight chill in the air. Here we go. Next point. See what CP can do here off the break. And it looks like Moscow's going to try to spread the field out wide and lose. Looks like going to lose Wheeler. Wheeler's getting checked out by the referee. Oswaldo on your screen right now.
Nice
all
clean.
the way into Snake 2, man. They just should let Oswaldo start in the Snake because no one is shooting him off the break. Does anyone remember seeing Oswaldo get shot once off the break so far
Not
this
yet.
night?
He gets there and then he gets shot out, but he's getting there every time.
Problem for CP, though, is that Peter Velarde, Rob Goldsmith, and Colin Cherry all get shot pretty much at the same time, and here comes the full court press for Moscow Red Legion. And
Osvaldo's looking around like, hey, who's with me?
oh, here comes the pain. Oh, yeah.
Man.
Kovar running down Oswaldo, and poor Oswaldo, last player left alive over here on the Snake side. That's the last place you want to be if you're the last guy left
And
alive.
he knew it. Did you see when he turned around? Did you get that look?
Yeah.
He took a peek. He's like, oh, boy.
Yeah, he turned around and was like, gosh dang it. He's like, there goes my whole team.
Yeah,
He's like, well, guess what's coming? I guess it's his fault for being so good at getting to Snake 2 all the time.
It's Oswaldo just overextending all the time.
Yeah.
Leaving his whole
Just
team
getting too
behind,
far down the
too
field,
far down the
Snake.
field.
God, man.
You know what? He should just go to Snake 50 now. Go to the Dorito. Forget.
And just try and wheel and deal within the first 15 seconds of every game.
So
just do whatever he can.
Let's check out this replay here. So Kovar going to dip into the highway, that inside part of the Snake, and then go and execute Osvaldo Lopez. And, poor Osvaldo.
Yeah. From being so far up in the Snake, he's got a great view of everybody walking off. Here's the reverse angle. And it's like,
did the quick peek.
Just give it to me. Just tell me what's happening. Oh, man, Osvaldo.
Kovar going headhunting there.
Yeah.
Well, so now with the score 3-1, 14-10 left to go here in this match. And, we got a lot of good games. In fact, the next game is one of those, could be a finals game. So that's the cool thing about the Champions League now is that, we have amazing teams. All the top 10 teams are really great. And next up, we're going to see Edmonton Impact take on Houston Heat.
Yeah, can't wait for that one.
Yeah,
That was going to be nice. We were talking this morning about teams that were really looking good. And, Maddie really liked Edmonton Impact in the way they were playing. So, good game against Houston Heat coming up here. And they also have to play San Diego Dynasty later.
Yeah, and so you're looking at the schedule right now for the rest of the day. So tell your friends the good games. That's the thing. There's a lot of good games up there.
Impact and Dynasty both went 2-0 yesterday. Heat's 1-1, so they want to even that bracket out a little bit and get that win against Impact this morning.
Yeah.
And then they play Moscow Red Legion, so
yeah,
it doesn't stop.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Dynasty Impact game as well at 11:15. That should be a good one. the victors from the first event in Dallas, San Diego Dynasty. They went 2-0 yesterday. All right, so let's check out this breakout. Must-win point here for CEP as they're starting to lose bodies off the break. And Oswaldo finally catches one off the break.
Well, I think it's because he was the last one on the field. They didn't help him get back on the field fast enough.
Oh, but now Moscow's losing bodies as Pantalev comes off. And they have no one on the snake side. I think there might have been a penalty. Let's see if he get, yeah, Pantalev ended up drawing a penalty, so.
Fife just goes running down the field for no reason whatsoever.
There's plenty of time. You got Moscow Red Legion guys walking off everywhere. There's no reason for that just yet.
Yeah, Fife could have very easily slowed down, shot out the players across the field, and now he just left his one buddy back here with his gun down, and I believe Robbie Goldsmith over there on the Dorito side by himself. Yeah, there you see him on the screen right now. Keen's trying to get his gun back up.
Yeah, so unfortunately for the Moscow Red Legion fans out there, this got a major, but
they're killing that clock a little bit.
Yeah, they're killing the clock. They're doing a great job so far because, again, Chattanooga CP struggling with survivability. Man, it's so frustrating to, finally get a break. It's that major penalty, that red flag fly in the air, and then all of a sudden 3 of your boys die out of their bunkers. So, Robbie Goldsmith alive, Daniel Keen alive, but that's it for CEP out on the field right now, and Robbie Goldsmith yet to get a kill in this match.
And you got Kirill Peridny now here in the 50 Dorito on the snake side. He shoots out Daniel Keen, and now he's going to run to Robbie Goldsmith's back. And it looks like CEP is going to blow the horn in a 2-on-1 in order to preserve some of that time left on the major.
Yeah, 12 minutes and 32 seconds remain in the match, and 50 seconds on that major penalty, who was, Vasily Pantalev is the one who got that penalty. So now the score 4-1, and it's just not looking good for CEP. We'll be right back after this.
Odds of surviving a hippo attack. Odds of surviving a car fire. Odds of surviving a helicopter crash. Odds of you winning this tournament. Odds of you winning a prize from Valken, especially if you head over to Facebook and enter our Paintball Access Daily Contest. Enter, win, celebrate.
Can CEP dig in here and come back in this matchup? 12:32 on the clock. There still is 50 seconds left on the major penalty, so they are going to be on a power play for just under a minute. And this is they have to win this point, man. They can't let Moscow Red Legion start running away with this. So here we go, CEP, 5 players alive for them, and on the breakout, all the way to the snake off the break.
And still with about 40 seconds on that major. And Moscow Red Legion breaking out with 4 guys, but they lose Lukashuk on the break. He gets shot in the pack going to the snake side.
And CEP is surviving these last 3 points with 5 alive. So now let's see if they can just make things happen on the field for these guys.
Yeah, and here comes an attack towards the Dorito side.
Well, and another... No, I'm sorry, Todd, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was just thinking that, CEP, they have a lot of time. They have to score points, but they need to win the points. A lot of times in this situation, these experienced teams, they start pushing forward too aggressive, and they start in needless gunfights. And look at this. As bodies are starting to drop off, Ruza dies early, and so does Daniel Key. No reason for those guys to die. And then
Moscow comes out of the penalty box.
And then they lose Steve Nicola as well. So, Chattanooga CEP just breaking some of the cardinal rules of paintball right now.
And there goes another one. Nicola walking off right now out of that center temple. Michael Kovar there on your screen in the 50 Dorito. And that is going to do it for that point. Stack another one On top of Legion's pile of chips, 5-1, 11:24 left to go in this game, and they got out of the penalty box.
Yeah, and also it's really important to note that they're winning right now by 4, and they need that point spread as badly as they possibly can, because they went 0-2 yesterday. So with 2 losses, Moscow needs to win both their games, and they need to win big. They're looking real solid right now against Chattanooga CEP. We'll be right back after this.
Ever wonder how your order gets from ansgear.com to you? Using our fast and efficient processing method, your purchase is pulled, verified, and shipped to your door quickly and accurately. Every order is checked for accuracy 3 times before it leaves the warehouse. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner and at an affordable price to get you back in the game. Shop now at ansgear.com.
I first picked up a paintball gun when I was 9. I used to stand around at the field and stare at the Ironman players, hoping for a shot. I earned my way onto the team when I was 15. We won 2 world titles. When I blew my knee out for the second time, the doctor told me I'd never play again, but I refused to let go of my dream. I'm an Ironman, and paintball is my life.
Next season on the roster.
We're looking for a guy that's like on our heels every weekend.
My name is Wesley Ward. I'm 23. I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Scott Kemp, age 26, born and raised in Los Angeles, California.
Attitude thing, man, it's one of those things. Some people like it, some don't.
Check this out, the Imperial program from GI Sports. Get 100% of your paint money back in cash. Sign up, win, paint's free. Take second, get half your paint cash back. Not good enough? How about more cash? Have your team rock our V-Force goggles, get first place, then we'll throw you another $1,000 cash. Second place? No problem. We got $500 with your name on it. It's a total no-brainer. Sign up for the Imperial program at gisports.com.
Welcome back. We are here at our first game on Saturday in Maryland. I'm with Bo Shaw. He's helping coach CEP. Bo, how did you discuss your plays last night to try to change them up to get some wins today?
Well, the Russians are very good about shooting on the break. They've really been genius on the break this particular game. So we're going to try and make our primaries and just hang out. They're beating us, they're flying down on us, and we're losing bodies. So we're really just going to make our primaries, hang out, and try and draw some of these games out and beat them in the long run.
Like you said, they're really flying down the D side and the snake side, getting down to your side of the field. What are you going to do to counteract that?
Well, unfortunately, we've got to stop getting shot out of our bunkers. We're making our primaries, but then we're getting shot out of our bunkers. So to combat that, we're going to hide a little bit, and instead of gunfighting, take the cut and try and shoot them making the break. You know, let them put us in, let them assume they put us in and make the bump, but really we aren't in. We've made the cut to shoot the lane for the next bunker. So that's the old school way of beating the Russians. You hide, let them shoot their paint, and run into your lanes.
All right, well, good luck. We have 27 seconds on the clock. We'll see how they do.
Well, up until the very last point of what that guy said, I was saying there was a nail and he hit it right on the head. But I would not say that you beat the Russians by hiding and hoping they run through your lanes.
No, not the Russians.
No.
They're probably one of the best out there. They practice that more than any other team out there.
They've been in the dungeon in Moscow doing that for 10 years. That's not how you beat the Russians. Now, they need to stop getting shot out of their bunkers.
Yeah.
That's step one.
When they make their spots, get to those secondaries and get there quick.
Yeah.
That's all
they make their spots. CP's really good, actually, at making their spots, but then right then, bam, Colin Cherry shot right out of his bunker off the break. Makes it in there into the 40-yard line, into Dorito 1, and then boom, shots out right away. Now we're looking at Michael Kovar for Moscow Red Legion, all the way up into Snake 2 already. So is Osvaldo Lopes on the opposite side, top right-hand portion of your screen. See if CP can try to claw back in it. They do have 10 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. Now Osvaldo, he's going to get up and run down Kovar. Nice job, and stays alive. He make it all the way?
Yes, he did.
How you like me now, Kovar?
Yeah, payback.
Payback
for the earlier head stomping that Kovar gave to Osvaldo.
Osvaldo. CEP shot out a bunch of bodies off that Dorito side early and then shot the fillers going over there, opened it up. Finally gave Osvaldo a chance to play. And that is going to, there we go, they're going to shoot the last body out of the corner. So CEP fighting back right now. Lost one body early, but shot a couple off the Dorito side.
And love seeing that. Fife sprinting the flag in as fast as possible to preserve as much time on that clock as he can. And now CEP making this a 3-point game with 10 minutes and 11 seconds left. Colin Cherry, the only guy to get shot, got shot out of his bunker. But Evan Fife finally stepping up. Now, and Evan Fife, actually, he has 3 confirmed kills so far in this match, which is the best out of everyone that took the field for CEP that last point. You know, Robbie Goldsmith and Peter Velarde both have a big fat goose egg in the kill count, so they're going to need to step it up.
They really need to step it up.
Sorry, Rab, it was like you were saying before, is that Robbie Goldsmith coming into this event, he was the 25th ranked player. You know, go to paintballaccess.com, check out the stats. Check out the stats from Dallas. You know, and Robbie Goldsmith was really far up there, and he played great. And Dallas shot a lot of guys off the break, and really struggling at this event. So also make sure to like Paintball Access on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and help us spread the paintball gospel. Let everyone know about the webcast and what we're trying to do here for the sport.
Yeah, they need him to really, for the rest of this day, he needs to get in there. And that goose egg up there, 0, you can't have that. Not like you said, he came ranked in 25th. They need more production out of him. And it's something we pointed out yesterday. A lot of the teams that were struggling, Todd, were some of their star players just didn't show up yesterday. Like Infamous had a rough time yesterday.
Yeah, I really wish I had gotten a chance to see those games, the Infamous games yesterday. Here's the replay right now where Osvaldo comes in and gets his revenge on Michael Kovar and able to maintain his life. Jump in the back of the Moscow Red Legion Snake 2, gets him and dives in. Good heads-up play right there by Lopez. And Kovar's going, all right, somebody needs to let me know next time Osvaldo comes charging down the field at me. But, bringing it just a little bit closer, 5-2. 10 minutes left to go in this game, and on the breakout.
So CP on the left-hand side and Legion on the right on the split-screen breakout.
Daniel Keene gets shot on the break for CEP, as well as Osvaldo in the top of the loader going out to the snake side corner. See Moscow Red Legion players come charging down the snake side right now. Lukashuk into snake 2. Looks like Bierdnikov got shot in the, no, maybe not. Bierdnikov dives into the 40 Dorito up the middle and over. And Pantaleev.
Look at that. Pantaleev, who's usually pretty disciplined following in there. He got a little sloppy there, takes one in the head.
Ooh, Lukashuk and Pantaleev both dying at the same time, which gives Evan Fife an opportunity to come running from the middle of the field into Snake 2, but he jumps up and catches a paintball right with his goggle. And
yeah, and that's
bodies dying everywhere.
Yeah, it's just a bloodbath out on this point. But the tough thing is that Moscow needs to preserve that point spread that they have put up on CEP and score a couple more to really have the best shot to advance in this tournament here. There's only 2 teams from each division. There's 2 divisions of 5 here in the Champions League. And only 2 teams. Oh, and look at this. Major penalty for CEP. And just when things were starting to look good for them, they shoot themselves in the foot, getting that major penalty. So Bierdnikov's going to run the flag in.
Man, CEP had a chance right there when Evan Fife got into the snake with no bodies over here. But Bierdnikov saw him go and was sitting in that 40 Dorito and just blew his head off. So Moscow Red Legion going to go up 6-2, 1 point away from closing this game out. We'll be right back after these messages.
ANSgear.com has the world's largest inventory of paintball equipment, including guns, masks, loaders, paintballs, tanks, and clothing. With free shipping on all orders over $100. Shop now at ansgear.com.
All right, so we are back here, and Moscow Red Legion finally starting to run that score up here on Chattanooga CEP, score 6-2. And like we were talking about, they need this big win. They need a big win here. They need to come and make a statement against CEP. Because if this was another close game, or God forbid for the Moscow fans, if they had lost this one, that's it. Their tournament's over, and then now they're looking at relegation. So, and those battles will be fought tomorrow. So, even if you are 9th and 10th, in the prelims, you still get a chance to fight it out on Sunday to preserve your champion spot. So those games are going to be really interesting, and that's going to be going down tomorrow morning. So we'll see here. About 45 seconds to go before the start of this point. Todd, you coach Vicious, you've coached Infamous. What would you say to CEP now is looking like they're about to lose their third game here in this event?
Well, again, they've got nothing to lose. I thought they did a good job of trying to maintain their bodies on the break. They did that by going short on the Dorito side. But after that, we see that it's all about the opportunities that are presented to you. They had a chance to win a couple of these points. Moscow Red Legion got a major, and they just didn't capitalize on that at all. So, I mean, it's really just that preparation that you have to have beforehand to not make those mental mistakes in the game and take advantage of the opportunities when they're presented to you.
And like you said, they've had them over and over. They're just not finishing the job.
Absolutely. They're definitely not capitalizing on any sort of opportunity that either A, presents itself, or B, that they create for themselves. And you can't win games like that.
Yeah, I mean, they made the good in-game adjustment, but, when you make those adjustments and then you get the opportunities, don't do anything with them.
And I think they just lost their snake player. He's calling a little bit too high up there, so
Moscow trying to put the finishing touches here on CEP.
Man, Velarde just having a rough go this event. Just not being able to get to his spots alive, and when he does, just getting shot pretty early, pretty often.
And the next game that Moscow has to play is against Houston Heat, so that's a big grudge match for them.
Yeah,
as Houston Heat, stole
and they had
three of their best players
they played
last year.
I think 3 times last year, and I think Heat beat them every time. So they want payback. They don't want to keep that going. So
yeah, and they beat them in the finals too for the win in Phoenix. So that was the first time that they met. And yeah, you're right. The Houston Heat has dominated Moscow Red Legion since they formed last year. Well, he dominated a lot of people last year. So. Wow. So congratulations to Moscow Red Legion as they're going to take this victory. But next up, we got an awesome matchup. Edmonton Impact, Houston Heat. Houston Heat are the returning champs from 2012. They underperformed last event, looking for a big tournament here. And then Edmonton Impact, obviously one of the favorites. They played phenomenal yesterday. And out of everyone I saw yesterday, I feel Edmonton Impact played the best. We're going to be right back after this. Do not go anywhere.